Well, hello, beautiful soul. So, today's transmission, right? Spirit, source, angels, what messages do you have for the collective in this present moment? What is it that the beautiful soul needs to understand in this present moment? Alrighty, let's get it started. Alrighty, Spirit, we'll be working with today. I'm feeling calm energy. Feeling very calm energy, right, within the collective. Not really feeling anything wonky. That makes sense. Alright, Spirit. Alrighty, Spirit. Show us the truth. Alrighty. Ooh. The Lovers, up or down? Okie dokie. This might be one of those readings, collective. I don't know. Is this a love reading, Spirit? Yes. So it's calm energy right now. I think it's just because you're vibrating at that frequency of love, right? Partnerships, choices, harmony, strong attraction. So your current frequency right now is attracting love, partnerships, lots of good choices. You know, you have harmony timelines en route. You know, and there's a lot of energies out there that feel a strong attraction towards you. Today, Junior, right? Gemini placement significant, right? Aries signs, take what resonates, 666 is very significant. Spirit, tell us more about this Lover's card. All right, we'll look at you, up or down. So this is your Emperor. Alrighty, yeah. So this is for the divine feminines out there, not gender specific, but this is your Emperor coming in. Because you are exactly who you think you are. You are exactly who you say you are. The universe is responding. Finally responding because you finally chose you. Understand this, chosen. I've been preaching it. I've been teaching it. You know, now it's time for you just to finally enjoy the fruits of your labor. You deserve this coming at you, bro. Aries sign placement significant, right? Take what resonates, 444 significant, right? This energy wants to protect you. They hold some sort of authority. You know, they bring stability. You know, they're also very disciplined. You know, they could view you as a very good father figure, or they could be a very good father figure or mother figure. Take what resonates, not gender specific with these energies, right? Spirit, tell us more. So, yeah, 5 of Cups energy, right? It was after all this disappointment, the mourning, the regret, the loss, the grief, you know, Scorpio placement significant, 555 significant water signs. You know, you had a lot of empty cups you were looking at, you know, that were broken, that you tried to fill into. But the thing about those cups, that's not your job to fix it. You know, these cups, they have minds of their own, right? They got to give themselves up. They got to surrender to the Most High God in order for them to be pieced back together, to fill in those cracks that are in that foundation. The problem with those cups that you kept looking at, chosen, was that those cups were missing the very center to them. That's why they always fell over. That's why they always broke. That's why they always poured out. is because God was not the center of their lives. Listen, spirit, you've been in this hermit energy, dog. You've been minding your own business. You've been minding your own motherfucking business, all right? The solitariness, the wisdom that you gained by yourself, bro, created this independence. You need to realize that you low-key been like independent your whole life. Like you really be doing shit on your own, like behind the scenes and everything that no one ever sees, because you don't brag. You don't brag. You keep to yourself. Hermit energy, bro. So Virgo placement is significant, right? So your ego placement could be Virgo, right? That could resonate. But like 999 is very significant too. You know, there was a withdrawal from certain energies, or you know, you withdrew. You know when to withdraw your energy. That's what we're getting, right? You enjoy your privacy. You love your privacy. Who doesn't love their privacy, right? Probably people who don't love themselves. That's the thing. You ever seen a South Park episode? We respect our privacy, you know what I mean? But they're making all the noise and stuff like that. But it's just like, all right, guys, privacy, right? But like, alrighty, well. So, phone spazzed out on that one, but understand that there's clarity, there's breakthrough, right, with these Ace of Swords energy, okay? So, from energies that try to destroy you, I'm picking up Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energies, right? Leo sign significant too. Ugh. But these energies wanted to destroy you. They wanted to confuse you. They formed hostile environments, hostile situations. They want to see you fail, bro. They're very argumentative. They'd always downplay everything about you. Whenever you bring up something cool, they would always try to one-up it. Instead of just being like, you know, I'm happy for you, bro. That's awesome. How'd that make you feel? What was your favorite part about it? Besides asking about it, they're just like, no, I thought you liked this. I thought you did this. Why would you do that? They're always judging. You moved out of that because now you know what you deserve. You know what you want. You know what I mean, Chosen? Like, you just tired of tolerating that type of behavior because those same lessons and patterns will keep repeating, right? Until you finally learned it, until you said, you know what, enough's enough. You know what I mean? And that's why the Most High God makes it more challenging for y'all, for us. Is that he's going to make outcomes and situations look impossible. That's where you hear the saying, do the impossible. Because you have no idea how much you can truly possibly achieve besides all the physics, besides all that. They're like, oh, he's talking Looney Tunes or whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's just, I don't care, dude, because what works for me, and it's been working. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna be real. It's been working. I'm still alive. There's been so much shit that I should be dealt with. Chosen, I know I ain't the only one. You ain't the only one either. Cause like, we just always got a target on us all the time. Always have a big old target. That's the thing about medicine men and medicine women. You know, especially in the military too. Like back in the day, right? The medics, right, would have to change their covers. Would have to change their badges so they wouldn't get seen as a medic. They wouldn't get shot because medics are the ones who keep the warriors back in the fight. But the thing about medics too is that they can also still fight. Just because they don't do something doesn't mean that they're incapable. That's the thing about people. You know, everybody judges and bases somebody off of just their label. For example, oh, that person's a janitor. Oh, they're a piece of shit. They're nobody. You know how many fucking janitors I've met who are freaking cool, bro? It's like straight up down to earth, wise as fuck. Great people. Not all of them, bro. There's some freaking crazy ones out there, bro. Like, people want to call me crazy. Y'all ain't even fucking seen crazy then. You think I'm fucking crazy? Psh, y'all ain't fucking been around then. Y'all ain't been around. And I'm not talking about actually living on the block for whoever needed to hear that one. Obviously, you couldn't go into depth about what I had to say about that, could you? You took it quite literally, like everything else you do in this life. You know what I mean? It's wild. These energies, right? Petty. You're having a breakthrough because you speak your truth and you hold a spiritual authority and they can't do shit about it. They can't. Pop your shit. Pop your shit. Pop your shit as in keep focusing on you, Chosen. Keep showing up for yourself. Day in and day out regardless. Keep it going. Spirit, tell us more about this collective. So, Queen of Swords energy, right? So continue being honest. You know what I mean? You have like a lot of energies that you're also attracting. So this is double confirmation. Also Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So you're about to get the energies that are meant for you instead of the karmics, right? Take what resonates. You're about to receive honest, protective, independent, intelligent, and also very funny people. You know, I'm pretty sure you noticed the patterns and cycles throughout your life. They started repeating, right? But with the different people, right? Different friend groups, different jobs, different environments. It's different, but it always feels the same, right? It doesn't look the same, but it feels the same, right? Because you're still in that timeline of learning that lesson. So it doesn't matter where you go. It's the same with karma. It's the same with energy. It doesn't matter where you go. It's going to find its motherfucking way back to you. You know what I mean? Anyways, what do I know, right? 13, very significant, right? Spirit, tell us more. Oh yeah, right here. So, the Magician, right? You are that Magi. You are that mystic. You're that shaman. You're that sage. You're that light worker. Whatever the case might be, bro. This is you. You are him. You are her. You are that beautiful soul. You heard me. Like, you hold that power. You hold that natural influence. You have great skills. You could be you got great logic too. And your creativity's on fleek. There's no denying that. They're mad about that. It's like, you know, I tell people, so I just get it from my mama. That's it. They're like, oh, he's a mama's boy. He always talking to his mom. It's like, my mom ain't even around. She been passed over since I was like 8. So like, people can't even say like, oh, he talks to his mom. It's like, I don't talk to nobody, bro. I don't talk to nobody, bro. You can't get me with any of that stuff. Don't even put me in a box. Don't even put me in a category, because ain't none of y'all fucking asked or seen how I actually live my life versus the 5% of what happens in my life goes on the internet. And I just started posting only for a couple years, if that makes sense. Like recent. Y'all didn't even see the adventures. Y'all didn't even see the quests and everything that I've been on to be who I am today. To have this confidence. To have this strength. To have this wisdom. To have this heart. You know, people know what it takes, but they don't understand what it truly takes to get there. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be unhappy. You're gonna be hungry. You're gonna feel everything under the sun. You're gonna be called everything under the sun. It doesn't matter. You need to keep going. You are who you say you are. You magic. They think you an alien. I mean, you've been telling people from the get-go, bro. You're like, I ain't from here. And they just laugh about it, think you're joking. It's like, you being serious. And people want to... You know what I mean? It's like, whatever. Yeah, bro. So, 6 of Wands, bro. Yeah, you weren't getting no cheese. You weren't getting, like, any achievements. Like, it was just failure after failure with relationships, with work environments, bro. It's not that you were bad at your job at all, by any means. No, like, dude, like, you get that shit done. That's the fucking thing about it. They can't say shit about that, but they always downplayed you, bro. Always be trying to downplay you, bro. Leave you lack of recognition, bro. Don't even give you your flowers type shit. You know what I mean? Leo sign significant. Yeah, bro, you're a natural born leader, bro. Like, and they just big mad. They be lying, right? You know what I mean? Spirit, what else you got? But yeah. Bro, Knight of Pentacles energy. Oh my God, yeah. It's because you were around these energies that have always been greedy, right? always been possessive, always materialistic, very exploitative. You know what I mean? These energies don't understand what it truly means to feel prosperous, what it truly means to be secure and safe in their own skin. Like, you know, they don't know how to. Terrible with finances, by the way. A lot of these energies are just desperate, they're unreliable, terrible businessmen, and just extremely unprotective. Spirit, show us what we need to know. What else? Alrighty, so Four of Pentacles, right? So a lot of these energies, right, they were trying to make it seem like they were very giving, very nice, very charitable type of people, but that's just how narcissists operate, right? What they call a narcissist, right? That tooth missing is making me can't pronounce that right, you know what I'm saying? But like, dude, they wanted to seem like they were generous, giving freely, very open. You know, they wanted to seem like they weren't reckless spending, while you, on the other hand, you were out putting yourself out there into the world, and you were the easy scapegoat. Every time they would do something good, they'd be like, yeah, look at them. They're doing something bad. See, look how they are. But look what I did. I gave this. I donated on Christmas. And it's just like, well, you want a fucking cookie? You want a fucking gold star? Congratulate. You don't need to tell everybody in the whole world what you did out of the goodness and kindness of your heart. The Most High God knows that. You don't need to go around with a video and camera and be like, look at me, I'm donating, I'm doing a good job. Just do it without the fucking camera. Do it without the clout. Do it out of the kindness of your own heart, not to seek attention or validation outside of yourself. Bro, what? Make that make sense, though. You know what I mean? Like, spirit, yeah. Yeah, bro. The Hangman in reverse. Bro, these energies are just stalling. Living in their ego. They're on a standstill. You know, they're avoiding actual, sacrifices of giving up what no longer serves them. Whether that be habits, routines, addictions for a lot of them, right? They can't give that up. That's why they can't step through that doorway. That's why they're stagnant. That's why they're stuck. That's why nothing's ever coming into fruition, because a lot of that stuff, a lot of the blessings and everything they took away from you, collective, it was short-lived. That's the way she goes, right? Pisces sign significant, right? So a lot of jealous and envious energies right here, Pisces. Just living in their ego. These energies, yeah, just very materialistic, bro. Very greedy. You know, especially if their parents or grandparents before them were narcissists. They're going to groom them at a young age to be exactly like them. Happens all the time. Happens everywhere, and you see it. You know, I mean, this is another reason why I don't date people, because I always ask them, like, who are your parents? You got a relationship with your parents? And it's not like I'm gonna cross you completely off the list, because I want to see how you carry yourself. Either you're like, oh yeah, I love my parents, I'm in a great relationship with them. Okay, for one, that's gonna throw up a red flag for me, and that's also gonna throw up a green flag, right? Red flag meaning, okay, this person might actually be brainwashed. Green flag is they actually have a genuine, healthy relationship that's centered with God. You know? And it's like, on the other hand, right, you got energies like me. It's like, I ain't got freaking parents. It's like, we don't got a good relationship. But I made sure I had to take care of myself to the best of my ability, the cards that I was dealt. You know, I didn't grow up silver spoon-fed or privileged. No, we didn't do that. You know, and it's just like, I respect the elders. I do. But don't disrespect me. You know what I mean? It's like, what did I do to you personally? Did I ever come up to you personally and hurt you? No. Last time I recalled. So don't cause a problem with me. Don't cause a problem with the collective, if that makes sense. Spirit, what else we got? What else we got? Yeah, timing's unknown with these people, by the way. They're going to be stuck like that until they change their hearts. That's the way she goes. Maybe not even in this lifetime, but you know what? You got to send a prayer up and just keep that little slither of hope. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, bro. You just moved out of this energy, this Knight of Cups energy right here. Moved out of that disappointment, that vanity, cheating, revoked offers, bro. Just know that, yeah, Cancer signs, Scorpio signs, Pisces signs significant. Yeah, water placements are heavily significant in here. Heavily significant. These whack energies, bro. It's just like the feeling of disappointment, bro. It's really what it is. But now it's just you move out of that disappointment energy because you don't want to be stuck on that energy, if that makes sense, right? You understood what it is. And for that, you give it peace. And you forgive yourself for feeling any type of way that wasn't progressing you forward. And you honor yourself, right, for making good choices. The reason as to how you can distinguish between good and bad, how does it make your heart feel? How does it feel in your heart? You know? Have a better choice. Like the radio said, bro, have a better choice. So, Spirit, what more? What more you got? It's at the bottom, right? So, 7 of Cups at the bottom. Yeah, bro. You just moved out of these freaking snake energies, man. All these choices. Yep. Choices. Just bad choices. A lot of illusions. Smoke and mirrors. That's what it was. Smoke and mirrors. You know, a lot of these energies were indecisive. They were wishful thinking. They were just living in fantasy land. You know, they would set a goal and never do anything to achieve it. It's called living in a fantasy. You know, when I set goals and I put in the work and I achieve them, right? My goals are going to be a lot different than yours because I'm not focused on material. I'm focused on eternal, if that makes sense. Because I got shit to do after this life too, if that makes sense. It's like, yeah, it's like I know my fucking contract. The fuck? Yeah, that's why I signed up for this shit. The fuck? You know what I mean? This is why I travel and do crazy shit. Like that job I just recently had. Like, it's like I'll drive 4.5 hours out of the way to go work at a gym. And it's just like, okay, same shit happened again, bro. And I'm like, oh my God, here's the lessons again. Here it is. It's like, this is how we're going to react. This is what we're going to do this time. Bing, bop, boom, bow, bow. You let God handle it. When people do you wrong, give it to God on everything. Meet the universe halfway with what you can do within your own power, without stressing yourself, without hurting yourself, without overextending yourself. God will answer every single time. You just got to pick up the phone when he calls. You know what I mean? You know, it's just like a lot of these energies can't listen to God's actual voice. They can't feel God's true presence because they closed it off. You know who's standing guard at that door to their heart? It's their egos. You know, a lot of these energies just be worshiping things they don't understand. And that's just the reality of this realm, dude. Everything's just backwards. And it's just like you hear the jokes about it. It's been planted out there for years. It's not conspiracy, dude. Like, All these people who be hating on conspiracists and theorists and everything, it's just like, you look fucking stupid now, don't you? You look fucking stupid now. Not all of you, but you look fucking stupid to the ones who freaking coming up against me, having a problem with me. Yeah, you look fucking stupid. I'm gonna be real with you. You look dumb as hell. That's the nicest way of me saying anything, bro. It's like, I got every right to say everything under the sun too, but I choose not to. Rather just choose idiot, fool, dumb. You know what I mean? Or just use, Dragon Ball Z terms. You apes, right? I don't even think Vegeta sounds like that. He doesn't. It's like, oh, shit, right? I'm not doing no voiceovers right now without getting paid, right? We ain't doing shit for free. That's another thing, too, collective. Stop doing shit for free. Stop that shit, bro. Any like, thing you do to help people or create for people, it ain't gonna be for free, bro. And the rest of the allegations out there about the whole SCX work and stuff, where is the actual proof, bro? Like, I'd honestly like to know, like, how much, like, AI crap people actually paid on to make and develop, too. Come up with fake evidence, fake this, fake that. Like, people do that shit all the time, bro. It don't matter how much money you pay for an editor or someone to hack and be like, oh, yeah, we gotta make this shit official like it's been there, you know what I mean? Everything's traced, dude. It don't... Everybody keeps boxing themselves in when it comes to possibilities and outcomes, and they forget who's watching all the time. It's the Most High God. It's just like, I went from a non-believer after my mother, left, if that makes sense. Left this living realm, right? It's like I lost hope, I lost faith, because everything at home got worse. It's like, you think things will get better? No, they actually got fucking worse. I had to carry that shit and deal with that shit, right? And it's just like, none of the family was truly there to support. They just looked at me like, oh yeah, he's a problem. He's a nuisance. He's brain dead. He's dumb. Just because I'm quiet and I don't talk to people. Because I don't want to talk to them. They lack emotional depth. All the energies did was just gossip. They're like, oh yeah, look at him, he's talking shit. No, I'm speaking my truth. The fuck? It's like, I'm not living in a victim mindset. I'm standing on my business. Making things right after all this crap that I had to heal and move out of, bro. And do this shit on my own. That's pretty fucking impressive. You know what, Joseph? Congratulations, dude. Seriously, I'll give myself a fucking pat on the back. The fuck? It's crazy. Mad disrespectful, too. They're like, who's he think he is? We did this for him. We did this, we did that, we did this. It's not about what you did, dude. It's about who you are. And who I see is the truth. And that's why so many energies try to come up against me and cancel me and just, like, put me in a crazy house and shit like that. And it's just like, God forbid somebody can study. God forbid somebody opens up a book and reads and actually finds a passion in things. Passion with love, right? That was so forced down my throat as a child. Because I thought I was the devil. I was like, why would you project that on an innocent child? This ain't the fucking movies. Like, they based everything on fucking movies and shit. I was like, where'd you get that idea from in the first place? Your friend? Where'd your friend get that idea from in the first place? Start asking them that shit, besides just going with what other people fucking say. And then for years, you develop this fucking profile without even actually contacting somebody. There's some, like, RICO shit, too. Surveillance and everything, too. It's sad. Really is sad. Peace be with you. Peace be unto you. Understand that I will go after everything that it is in this life that I want, because I fucking deserve it. Hear me when I say this. I'm gonna win so fucking hard that losing isn't a fucking option. I do not care how it makes you feel, because no one cared about how I felt after they could just do whatever they wanted to me. So have a beautiful day. And my name's Joseph, by the way.